Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with yet another routine spoonful and then some of Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. I'm painfully aware the 3 actually isn't present in the title, but fuck you, it's the third game. Anyway, we're in Midnight Mountain, we're going to Harbour Speedway, and I'm sure we're going to have a fantastic time. Now, because I'm playing the US version of the game, this is the North American first release of the game, I don't remember if they spell harbour correctly in the European version. I imagine they would. Also, I don't remember if this somehow knocks me down to 3 health, because in the last episode we got an upgrade for Sparks' health that makes him glow like Zoe when he's at full health, and he doesn't have that here, so it's probably just an oversight in animation. So, we get to race boobies. One thing at a time, though. If you say so, Sparks. So yes, this is the speedway to end all speedways, the mother of all speedways, simply because the music that plays here is the music that plays in every speedway in the original release of the game, and double up here because we can. Like, in the Greatest Hits version, the music here is what you're currently hearing, but in the non-Greatest Hits version, i.e. this is the theme of every speedway, so it seems a bit less special, but there you go, this is the speedway. Also, we do have a race with some boobies coming up, and also, you can sort of see inside the lighthouse, that's where Hunter is. So, yum yum. Or yim yum if you prefer. Okay, we already got those 2 lobsters, so let's just continue along our way then. Supposedly, and I don't remember, but it's the last speedway in the game, so you'd expect as much. But the booby race is considered the hardest in the game, so just be ready for pain. Speaking of pain, I just missed several fish. Wow, I'm doing so well at this. Where are the other fish? They're up here. I should just stand in one spot. Like, there's no point me even flying in the face of them. I should just stand here and wait for them, apparently. Well, this is a leisurely end to the speedway. Here comes victory, trootling down the lane like a fish. And you're dead. On land. We had a land victory. Who could have flavoured that coming? The point I'm getting at is the booby race is supposedly the hardest. I expect it probably will be, but knowing the way this game has been Let's Play Curse blessed, it probably won't be that hard. So I'm expecting to suffer. For some reason, the way Sparks intones, "The other dragons back home!" Like, that's always stuck with me throughout the years, because the time trial here isn't that hard. But I'm worried about the boobs. I'm always worried about boobies. I know, it's just like the other 3 speedways, but a bit harder. Now, from what I've heard, I was talking about how this is the most difficult one. Well, this should be a good test, I suppose, of what dynamic difficulty level we're on. But granted, I did just boot the game up, so I don't know if that, like, gives it, like, a reset or something. But, okay, so going over there. Supposedly, on the higher dynamic difficulty settings, this race is just flat out impossible. So, I'm aware there was a second star there, and that's why you caught up so quickly, you fuck. So, if this can't be done on the first try, then clearly it means we're in super hard mode. And if it can't and it isn't, then that's just me being a dumb nuggin. But then I'm still getting used to the course, so excuses, excuses. That said, we are 4th in lap 1, so, you know, if we keep up this average, then we'll be laughing all the way to the Brongus. Choose the Brongus wisely. Oh. Did we just charge through a friend? Okay. Even better, we're performing above average. We must just pass 2 more friends. And then, wait a minute, they don't even have blue feet! These aren't boobies, they're seagulls! What is it with this game? Like, in the last episode, we had anus reef, and now I'm complaining about the colour of boobs. What is my flafe nuggins? 3 stars. Whoa. Okay, that's some sort of big secret claw. I can't follow that up with anything. Also, we're winning. We're on about halfway through lap 2, or just over, and we're winning. I suppose it does help somewhat that the AI can't use the red rockets, tee-hee. And also, it's convenient for me as well, not having to worry about doing like a speed-up montage, because we've heard this music in every speedway so far, so there's not really anything for me to put in the end slate, so I'm just going to have the usual end slate music, which is just the main theme of this game, which is also the theme of the Sparks levels, because of course it is. And you watch, because this is going so well, either this means that the difficulty did like a hard reset because this is a different day of recording, or I'm too good at life, or because it's going so well, it'll turn out that this recording isn't recording, or something. Which, computer, I know you're listening because that's how I'm recording. Please do not take that to mean that you should cease, so please do not cease. I don't even know if my computer can take verbal commands like that, and technically we could still fail. If I miss a green ring, or if I land in the water, then we could still fail. I missed the blue star, that's no big deal because we're coming up on the end. So, honestly, this went very well indeed. He says, not actually passing the end because that didn't have the flag over it. Well, whatever. Dropped a couple of blue stars towards the end, but that's fine. We did it on my first try, the hardest speedway on my... So the speedway that gave me the most trouble was the easiest one. Well, getting back into the deep lore in the final homeworlds of the game. But yeah, it's just occurred to me that the only race that gave me proper trouble was Mushroom Speedway. Because that one, I don't remember how many times I had to do it. Like, I want to say I did it 3 times altogether. Country Speedway, first try. Harbour Speedway, first try. Honey Speedway, second try admittedly, because I fucked up towards the beginning. And... Anyway, Hunter, how are your naked legs?
Where do these flying sheep saucers keep coming from? I just saw another one grab an egg and fly off. This one's super fast, but his saucer is damaged, and it's leaving smoke rings. I think I can keep up with him as long as I can make it through the rings. I'm gonna chase him down.
Oh boy. Nah, it's only an egg. We only need all of them to get through that secret spiky portal.
I'll be right back.
God, this is such a classic speedway mission. Also, I think... Okay, first of all, do we recognize these rings from anywhere? Because they look familiar, and they make the same noise as the honeycomb rings from Honey Speedway. Just stay behind the friend and you should be fine. I mean, if you know the course ahead of time, that helps a lot, and I don't, because I'm going in dry with no practice. Like, I practiced Scorch because I was worried about, you know, a rather big-ass intimidating boss, but everything beyond that, nah. Well, I mean, I would say I practiced Midnight Mountain just to get footage of the closed portals, which, did you all find that interesting, by the way? Because we've seen all of them now. Oh, that barely counted. Because... like, I didn't even practice chasing the egg thief. I did find that chasing him so that you're constantly running downhill is kind of better for the environment. Did I get that? I think I got that. Yum. Yum yum, as the memes go. Hey, first try again. Harbour Speedway giving me absolutely no trouble whatsoever. What the flafe?
Yes! That was close. The egg popped out just before the saucer crash landed.
So yeah, I got no practice in with any of the meaningful stuff in Midnight Mountain. But I did... I didn't practice anything, and yet I had... Oh, also the background is Tessellating Hexagons, I just realized. Because architecture. Anyway, I suppose I could... It's not my favorite personally, but I appreciate your opinion. So I suppose I could tell the story of... well... I keep alluding to this story that I have about Midnight Mountain. It was a dream that I had, like, literally last week. So, I don't remember the specifics. I don't have my notes in front of me, but to hell with it. So first of all, somewhere around here, like around the back of that unit of mountains, I dreamed that there was like a... I don't know, like a hidden hot spring thing, kind of Earthbound-style-y. Over here, to get to the portal of Haunted Tomb, this was just like a solid wall, and one of the residents from Haunted Tomb was outside of it, and you had to do like this special pose, and it opened a statue, sort of like one of the Chozo statues from Metroid. You had to ride through some slime in order to get to the portal. Through here, blasting that open yielded a skill point, and down there were 2 eggs, and one of them, like when it was born, the dragon's name was something 2. I don't remember what the something was, but it ended in the number 2. There was no sign of the portals for Crystal Island or Desert Ruins, and if there's anything else, then I'll add it on screen in post, because clearly people care about this. Like, for instance, there was a story involved with the secret hot springs. I don't remember what it is, so let's go to Agent 9's lab, because I'm talking really quickly and rambling about nothing in the same way that Agent 9 does, and I like him and I shouldn't because he's annoying, but he's fun. So, let's head to the lab.
What was that? Did you see a Rhinoc? I thought I saw a Rhinoc! Ooh, take it from me, Spyro. Never spend a week in a cage. Next thing you know, your whole island will be knee-deep in Rhinocs. Well, gotta go, Mr. Laser Blaster, and I have a whole lot of work to do.
He's so annoying, and yet it doesn't bother me at all. Also, familiar face.
Ah, Agent 9, my favorite pupil. Welcome back to my island laboratory. I'm afraid Rhinocs have taken over the whole island. Perhaps you could stop them before they destroy all my research.
So, this level can be quick, and also the professor just sort of teleports around. That's kind of just a thing that he does. I believe Agent 9 does take water damage, so don't fall in the water. And this could be a really quick level or a really slow level, depending on how you choose to play it. Do you have anything to add, Professor?
Oh, it'll be just like old times. Try shooting these dummies to get warmed up, but be careful. I think a Rhinoc might be hiding among them.
That's... Shoot the dummies and the occasional Rhinoc. Yeah, that's a recurring thing in this level. So that there are these fake dummies as opposed to real dummies, question mark. You can also shoot down the sticks. I don't think you get anything for doing so. But you can. I don't remember as well. There may be a skill point for destroying all the palm trees here. And you can do that, you just can't do that with the blast we have at the moment. Spoilers, we'll be getting an upgrade to that shortly. And the fodder here is just random science flasks, and as you can sort of infer, there is a tiny amount of auto-aim on his blaster, and that's kind of his only weapon. Well, for now. So, yeah, Agent 9, a bit slow, can't really jump all that high despite being a monkey, which, I'm sorry, was that like a racist assumption to assume that as a monkey he can do good athletics? And also, is he annoying? Because he's so stereotypically irritating, but it doesn't bother me, so I feel like either I'm broken or this is broken. Also, I just remembered, his laser boops, his giant fiery Tic Tacs just sort of bounce all over the place until they hit something or until they despawn. And also, when you go into first-person aiming mode, it just snaps into first person rather than animating into it like it does with Spyro.
A vast number of Rhinocs are waiting to ambush us as soon as I lower this force field. I expect they'll keep coming until you shoot the red panic button next to the door where they come out.
Why would you have a panic button there? Also, why did that text take so long to animate compared to... Okay, by the way, you should, you should worry about the Rhinocs because as infinite respawners, they don't drop any gems, but also they do have laser weapons of their own, so hurt them before they hurt you. Do unto others before they have the opportunity to do unto you. Like so. I think there's another panic door up ahead, which is why they keep coming. You know, the Rhinocs keep coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and I ain't the sharpest tool in the island. In the island. Inside the island. Here's a room where there's stuff. There's even a world with levels.
These indicators show that a bunch of Rhinocs are hiding behind the display screen. I'll switch on the view pedestal, and you shoot them as they attack. I recommend using your sniper mode.
Yeah, we just have a strange-ass little shooty-poopy minigame. They do give you a generous amount of moment to look around and shoot them, but I feel like if you get motion sickness, then this will be a not very fun time for you. Because you have to sort of keep looking back and forth. You can't see the whole plate at once, and I believe you only have as much health as you ordinarily have. Oh, there's only 6. I thought it was 16 for some reason.
You cleared them out! Let's see what kind of shape the machine room is in. I have a feeling the Rhinocs haven't been keeping it too clean.
This is kind of, like, especially the next room is what I had in mind, but this is kind of what I mean when I say this level can be quick or it can be slow depending on your playstyle, because if you take ages to sort of thoroughly comb around everywhere, bearing in mind Agent 9's relatively slow walking speed, then, you know, you can be thorough, but it'll take you a bit longer. Is there anything back here? I feel like maybe not. No, okay. So how are they hiding so far below view when there's only that much of a tray of life to sit there? That was a sentence uttered by a person. Birds!
Just as I thought, the machine room is overrun with birds. To target the birds in their nests, you'll want to use sniper mode. Then zoom in for pinpoint accuracy.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's a thing you can do. Well, I do believe that, like, first of all, you can shoot a bit lower than you'd think in order to get them. I want to say there's 2 rounds to this, because I remember it being a case of you have to hit them while they're flying, but you can just hit them in the nest instead. And you probably could go in there and, like, try to get all up in their grill personally, but just shoot them from here. Just easy style. There we go. Bit of auto-aim screwing me over there.
Nice work, Agent 9. I'm not sure if this is a bird egg or dragon egg. What do you think?
Have we actually seen the Professor anywhere else in this game so far? 'Cause I feel like we should have done, but nope, he's just here.
Now I can switch the gravitonometric generator back on. I hope no birds got in there.
Whoopsie, I may have spoiled that they did. Here they come, just... birds! Birds! A lot of birds. A whole swarm, but 12 to be precise, even more than last time. Approximately twice as many. I believe it's actually more preferable to shoot the ones that are in the air, because like, I had it backwards. If you shoot out the ones that are in the nests, then they're just going to take up residence in the nests. Like, if there were any still flying around, if I kill that one, then one of the flying ones would just nestle in that nest, which, yeah, would be sort of easy for aiming purposes, but I mean, we're already nearly done. For some reason, I remember this taking a lot longer than it just did, so what are you going to do?
The lab's clear, and it smells better in here already. Follow me outside, where I expect we'll find some Rhinox wearing armor. You'll need a more powerful weapon to defeat them.
Once again, yum yum, that's just the theme of this episode. I remember this room taking so much longer than that, and yet here we are. I mean, we've spent like nearly 10, or close to like 7 or 8 minutes in this level already, but, you know, this has been a fairly productive episode, because I thought maybe this level would take longer, and no, we're chumbling through it at a relatively propensious speed. Now, you may have seen on screen for just a moment there, we have a vending machine. We can get some chewy from the vendy. I will never let that go.
By my calculations, the bombs in this handy vending machine should be highly effective against armor. Give it a shot.
Now, I'm happy for you, and I'm going to let you finish, but I'm going to pick up these bombs and then head backwards through the level instead. Okay, we out here, and I want to blow up some palm trees. I don't believe you can take damage from your own bombs, but I don't know, now I'm paranoid. Also, I'm surprised that Agent 9 can, like, jump and land without worrying about the bombs going off in his hand. Also, don't worry about the panic room doors. They are just objects. There's nothing actually behind them. They literally are just enemy spawners woven into the level geometry. You are at no point required to go inside one of the panic room doors. You just need to shut them to stop the enemies from spawning. I feel like I should probably mention that since we're in the panic room area. Anyway, I missed. This is why you must aim. And this is what aiming looks like. It turns green if it's locked onto something that you can blow up. So, there you go. And now I shall dispose of these on the way back, because I don't remember if you can get a refill of bombs while you're still holding bombs, so I'll see you back at the vending machine. Okay, we have returned to the Vendy. Now, you might be looking at this section over here and be wondering, well, how are we supposed to get through there? You know, do we come back later? No, you can do this now. You just need to notice that you can actually aim over the gate thing and just blow up the panic button from the outside. It's a fun thing that you could do with your life should you so choose. And that was a slight waste of a bomb, because I'm sure if you aim it well enough, you could probably get the strong container and the tree in a single thwope. I don't remember if you can snipe these boats, or if you have to bomb them. Oh, yeah, apparently there is a skill point for destroying all the palm trees. I thought there were more than that. Well, whatever. Yeah, you can just shoot them. See, these guys look like they should be in a Speedway level, but here they are instead. I gotta say, I'm surprised with the relative biodiversity of Rhinox in this game, just because there are so many, like, they come in such a variety of colors and flavors. Because like we have yellow ones here, and like there is no neutral color of Rhinoc. Also, if you shoot the last one, then that happens, and you get an egg for it. Completely not required in any way, shape, or form to actually complete the level, just an optional side area that you're rewarded for noticing if you notice that you can burp through with a bomb. Which, that's one of those things that made me feel clever as a child for figuring it out, so you're welcome for me having spoiled it for you. Also, this is where the remainder of the gems are. Also, before we leave this area, don't think I didn't think of this. Yes, sure enough, there are, in fact, vases up there. Because I was all ready and set to leave, and then just this twingeful thought in the back of my mind, like, are we sure that there isn't anything else here? Because it seems like the optimal place for them to hide stuff in the sky. Weird how those balloons just know to hang at a certain height, but then again, maybe there is some science to that, like, can we get a refill? We can get a refill, just your maximum is 10. So, maybe it's just that the balloons holding vases just happen to be at a perfect equilibrium, where the uplift of the balloon exactly counterbalances the downwards mass of the weight of the vase, and so that's why it hangs at that perfect height. Like if the vase were lighter, it would float higher, and if the balloon were emptier, it would float lower. And if there was a different balance of the two, then flafe nuggins. You see what I'm trying to imagine? Anyway, you can, if you're good about it... Oh, good. You can't touch me. You can throw bombs whilst walking, but you need to sort of not hold the button down, because obviously holding requires you to stop still and aiming. I'll just destroy all of you. We'll come back for the gems, well, most of the gems in a moment. We must kill all of the enemies first. And destroy this flask. I was going to call it a vase, but no, flask was more correct, because science container of chemical fluids. Okay, you know what? The professor's not going to open the next gate till we talk to him, so we may as well just grabble all of the gems here, unless he just opens it from a distance. Thanks, Professor, I had a plan, and you gibbled all over it. Fire, sir. I dare you. You can't even touch this. Just be aware that physics do apply, so... For instance, you can't throw a bomb through this arch, like, literally, geographically. If... Really, Agent 9, that's clearly what I wanted you to do. Yeah, there is a bit of... rumpy-pumpy with the, like, if you're running forwards and throwing, then he'll throw it a bit further, because obviously he has the momentum of running on top of everything else. But apparently this is just a really good place to hide to avoid enemy fire. Now, can I blow myself up with my own bomb? Good!
Thank you very much for saving my laboratory. Now I can resume thinking.
Just thinking. Is that really all? Well then. Well, that being the case, we've got all the eggs here, so we'll just round up the last of the gems and then be on our merry little way. Although, it would behoove me to get back up to higher health before I go back, just to be kind to Spyro, but then again, there is an unreasonable amount of fodder just kind of hanging around in Midnight Mountain, and I'm not entirely sure why that is. Like, maybe it's the game being like, okay, you're in the last tumult of the game, things are gonna be tough, we might as well be generous with the health restoratives, and you know what, I feel that. Like, the levels themselves, I don't dread anywhere near as much as I dreaded the ones of Evening Lake, just because Evening Lake had a load of that one mission, whereas here, there isn't really a single level that's like that. Did I miss? Did I miss? Bear with. Oh, yeah. You know what I was saying before about forgetting that vases exist? Well, that applies to this room as well, and I'm going to cringe so hard when I watch this back in editing. And that's all 700! That's a lot of gems. Okay, so as I was saying, I kind of dread Dino Mines because the enemies there are bullshit, and there is an Agent 9 mission there that I don't like. But in the grand scheme of things, there isn't really any levels here that I'm like, oh god, I have to do that for the Let's Play. Because, like, Evening Lake had all of those, so everything worked out fine in the end. For now, though, as we head back to the portal, well, Professor, do you have anything else to add? Because, nope, you just don't speak anymore. Fine. Well, enjoy your stay in the Forgotten Realms, since you're no longer in Avalar, apparently. Anyway, he says, punching the microphone, I have been and will continue to be tessellating hexagons, and in the next episode, well, I guess we'll just get started on the main levels of Midnight Mountain. Implying that the two we did today are in any way not main. They're just non-Spyro standard Spyro standard. See you in the next one for Crystal Islands, probably.